I think I think it was Clausewitz. I could be wrong, but like a famous general in Europe once said, you can have the greatest battle plan ever, but it doesn't matter once you have faced contact with the enemy. And then Mike Tyson infamously like summarized it in a more simple, easier way to like phrase it, which was like everyone has a plan until you get punched in the face.
Yeah.
It's like you can have the greatest plan in the world. You could be so smart, have everything figured out, and you're doing great. Like you're saying, like you're a dad and you're teaching your daughter and your son all the right things. You're saying all the right things. Well, then what happens when something bad happens? The unexpected happens. The suffering comes in. The chaos of the world we live in comes in. The evil starts knocking at your door because you are doing things right. What is your reaction then? Do you cave? Do you give up? Do you just like ignorantly keep going in the same direction, or do you adjust? And do you like just keep like doing what's right? And I think that is why it's so crucial to have a relationship with Christ and be like in the Word, because that is what's gonna like be your anchor. That's what's gonna be the solid foundation that won't, as your house is being swayed and pushed and pulled by that chaos. Like if you have a firm foundation in the truth and the love of God, like it doesn't matter. They can keep trying, that chaos can keep swirling around you, but your feet will be set. And you might get punched in the face a couple times, but you're not going to get knocked out, And you're going to have a strategy. You're going to have some comeback routines or some comeback punches. But yeah, that's a very awesome point. I love that.
Yeah, you're going to get kicked in the face, and
yeah.
you don't even think you're going to make it or don't want to. I mean, I've had plenty of times where I thought, man, I wish I drank. I mean, I really don't. I don't like it. I have very low tolerance. But I mean, just sometimes it hurts so bad to be alive. And you wish you could just drown it.
Yeah. I used to. Trust me, it's not smart. It's not good.
It's a temporary relief that you pay for, definitely.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there's some karmic blowback to it, or, some debts you have to pay back. In one way or another, yeah. That was a big thing for me in California. It's so, weed is legal, and that's the best. Just, oh man, I'm so stressed out. Smoke a little bit of weed and feel good, Well, what happens when it wears off? Now you feel bad again. So are you going to like embrace that, like embrace the suffering, push through it, learn to grow through it? Or no, I'm just going to keep smoking more weed. I'm just going to keep running away from my problems by like artificially making myself feel good, instead of at some point you do have to just man up, like, or woman up. You have to like grow up and overcome that crutch that you're hanging on to that's giving you, what you said, like temporary relief for like an actual problem that you're facing, physical and spiritually.
That kind of goes back to what we were talking about earlier. That's exactly how I pictured it in my mind. You go to this image you have of Christ and say, save me. Yeah. It's like, okay. You're like, okay, what do I have to do? And he's like pointing at your cross, like, take it up, follow me. You're like, I know what that means. I know where we're going. We're going to my death. If I follow you, I know where you're going. It's like, yeah, that's where you're going. And so we put it back down and we go try our way. Again, we keep trying it our way. And then finally one day we're ready and we pick it up and we follow him, and we know where we're going. We're going to die to ourselves so that we can accept that gift that he's giving us, which is, I've come that you might have life and have it more abundantly. It's a detachment from the things of the world that we think are going to make us so happy. We give that up. And I think ultimately what the work of Christ on the cross was, he's giving up his attachment to the state. He's giving up his attachment to his friends. He's giving up his attachment to religion. Even his mother's standing there, and he's looking up at God and saying, into your hands, I commend my spirit. And so all the attachments were broken. And I feel like that's the place that he's leading us to, where we can put our trust in Christ. That's where that life more abundantly comes from, when we're not looking for it outside of ourselves anymore.